We have come a long way in a year, as James has already said, but there is still a huge amount of work to do. And so often, when we are just talking with the press, talking with voters, talking with other politicians, other people involved in politics, there are consistent challenges that they put to us. And there are two that come up almost more than any other, and I'm going to speak to those today. The first is people ask us, isn't there an easier way of doing this? Isn't there an easier route to power? Shouldn't you wait for somebody else to do it for you? Maybe a defector from a major party, maybe a major donor, somebody with millions and millions of pounds to put into this. And they also ask us, what makes you different? What makes you different from the institutional parties, from the people who've tried to do this before, from the regular politicians we see on our screens and on the internet every single day of the week? And I think really the answers to those two questions are connected to each other. Because really what defines us as this group of people in the room and the thousands of supporters we have outside this room is also something that sets us apart from everybody else. It sets us apart from the existing parties who we all feel have failed. And we can see the evidence of that failure every single day. Whether it's the policy ideas that are going up on the board outside that people haven't been talking about enough in politics, whether it's the material, the ideas, the problems that people have raised to us consistently over the last year, that they have raised to you when you go out and talk to people in your communities, your families, your friends. There is a huge amount of failure going on. But one of the things I often say to people is it's about values. And we have 9 on our website, and 6 of them, I will admit, could be said by a member of the Liberal Democrats or a member of the Labour Party or even a member of the Conservative Party. Many people believe in openness as we do, and in an open society that is open to the world and open to each other. Many people believe in a responsible society that looks after the people who are most vulnerable, who are weakest, who need support the most. Many people believe in sustainability, not just in the environment, but also in our economy and in our society. Many people, particularly in the Conservative Party, perhaps believe in enterprise, though if you talk to Boris Johnson, that might not be as true as it once was. And many people believe in diversity and engaging with the population, engaging with voters, engaging with society. But what sets Renew apart is our fundamental commitments to 3 other massively important values. We are transparent. And let me be honest with you, that is going to present challenges for this party over the next few years. Being open and honest with people, open and honest with voters, open and honest with each other makes life difficult. Because a lot of the time what we're telling people are things that they don't want to know, they don't want to acknowledge. But because we are committed to those previous 6 values, we actually want to see real change. We actually want to make people's lives better. And in order to do that, we have to start by being honest with each other. We have to start by being honest with everybody. There are no quick fixes. In the policy blueprint that we released today, that has been the subject of blood, sweat and tears for the team over the last year, there will be things that many of us don't like, because many of those things reflect realities that it is hard and unpleasant to acknowledge, but it is important to acknowledge in order to move on and deliver real change for people and deliver the meaningful change that this country so desperately needs. And connected to that transparency is living with integrity and having integrity in politics. And again, that's difficult. And this is where, when people say, isn't there an easier route to power? Shouldn't you guys just join the Tory party, take over? There aren't many of them. Many of them are elderly. Many of them don't go out in the street and knock on doors. You could have a real influence. And the thing about that is it would lack integrity. Because the first act that we would have in politics, our first act would be to lie to people. It would be to say, I believe in the values of the Conservative Party as it stands today, and I cannot say that with any honesty. I cannot say that I believe that Jeremy Corbyn should be Prime Minister. I cannot say that I believe the Liberal Democrats offer a realistic choice for the country. I cannot say that I can vote for any other party. And so to try the easier route is to begin by lying, and we're not willing to do that. To wait for somebody else to do it is about the final value. It's about positivity. If we just sit there and wait for somebody else to do it for us, hope that one of the existing politicians that we are relatively negative about in our party will somehow find the courage to do it, that lacks positivity. We believe that this can happen. We believe that the change that we are aiming for can be delivered. We can make people's lives better in this country, and therefore we have an obligation to do something about it. So when you go out in the country, when you speak to your friends, your neighbors, your community, and somebody says, oh, come on, you must be just like the others. I've heard this before. Nice things are nice, nasty things are nasty. Yes, well done. The thing that we can tell them is we have chosen to do it the hard way. And we have chosen to do it the hard way because we want to live by our values. We want to be the party that we desperately hope to vote for. We want to be the candidates that we believe people should be excited about voting for. And we want to deliver the policies that will actually make a difference to their people's lives.